After a record sale weekend in 2024, the 2025 Los Alamitos Equine Sale returns with another tremendous catalog featuring the top bloodlines in quarter horse racing. The two-day sale is set for Saturday, October 4th and Sunday, October 5th, starting at noon Pacific each day. Recent catalogs have included the Millionaire Champion Lethal Cowboy 123, 2025 Grade 1 Ed Burke Million winner Jess, I'm Worth It, Grade 1 finalist Accelerated, and so many more. Find the horse of your dreams at the Los Alamitos Equine Sale, October 4th and 5th. The best of quarter horse racing is always at Los Alamitos, with the month of October filled with Grade 1 stakes action. The best older horses in the nation meet in the Robert Boniface Los Alamitos Championship Saturday, October 11th. Top sophomores chase a spot in the Los Alamitos Super Derby with trials on Sunday, October 19th. Our October of Thrills continues with the Golden State Million Sunday, October 26th. It's an October of Thrills at the track of sunsets and stars, Los Alamitos Racecourse.
And welcome everyone to the Los Alamitos preview show. That is right. We're going to have plenty of thrills here, especially on Saturday night with a humongous card. 14 races on tap for the Golden State Million Futurity trials. A big night with 113 juveniles going in. It's the record number of trial lists for this race. And the purse, $1.17 million, is the highest in the Golden State Million Futurity since 2011. Happy to be joined by our panel here, George Duarte, Christopher Wade. You guys ready, fellows, for this big night? George?
Yeah, I hope I keep the ball rolling. I did good on last week with my picks, even though I ran second. I ran second to a price play that I liked. And last week on Sunday, I gave out the pick 4 in the program that paid $255, I think, and it was with 4 top pick winners. So I've seen the ball well. Hopefully, this is the time to start seeing the ball well during the bigger races. Hopefully I can continue it for the rest of the year.
Yeah, the beginning of the year was just, a little spring training, and now we're playoff time here. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. It was 244, George.
I knew it was a double, the same numbers.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. With 14 races, that is... and we got some top-notch runners being shipped in and some grade 1 winners. It's a great program, and 3 pick 4s. It's a great program.
Yeah, that is right. With 14 races on tap, we are going to have 3 pick 4 wagering opportunities. They'll be starting in races 1, of course, 6 and 11. Those will be the pick 4 races. Of course, the pick 6. That will start in race number 9, if I'm counting my fingers correctly there, for the 6 races that will be consisting of the pick 6. So that means we got to talk some races here because we have a monster card. Like I mentioned, we'll go over our consensus as well. So that's when we'll take a look at each trial a little bit closer as we'll talk about it. Right now, let's just kind of go over some of the key trials. And I think one of them is race number 5 because we have one of the Grade 1 winners here coming back. Just I'm Worth It, winner of the Ed Burke Million Futurity, has looked tremendous in his last 3 starts. From post number 1, from the rail, he broke 8th, and he ends up blowing them away just about, winning by 3/4 of a length. How impressed were you with this performer, Chris?
Oh, so very impressed. From the inside post, broke well, finished even better. It was a very impressive performance. Earned a very good figure on my charts as well. So he's got my top look in that particular affair. So tough to beat in that particular event. But I got a little bit of a long shot in there. But we'll see if he returns to that very impressive performance from winning well last time.
One of the impressive recent winners, SG Jacob J, coming in. But of course, that he was facing maidens last out for trainer Dan Farias. That's a big step up now having to face the Grade 1 winner, right, George?
Yeah, I mean, and going 400 yards for the first time. And that race, he broke a little slow. He didn't break that good in that race, but he accelerated well and finished strong. But you can't get away with those kind of breaks against these winners.
Some of these horses like Favorite Just Hawk and also Just I'm Worth It, we've seen them in the past where they save their best for the nighttime action. When they have their workouts, they don't look all that impressive. They usually go around 19 flat. Well, Just I'm Worth It worked in between horses back on September 10th, 350 yards, and he went 17.8. I mean, that's really, really fast. That workout, by the way, is available on losalamitos.com. Check it out because you can see that he's just gearing to go. He's like tapping his feet, just can't wait to get going. When the gate breaks, he does go inside a little bit, kind of gets in the way of the inside runner, but then he just takes off right around the gap right there, just accelerates like crazy, just pulls away, wins so easily, and even the gallop was tremendous all the way around. So that was as good of an acceleration, of just a burst out of the gate, as you'll see. Didn't you think that, George?
Yeah, I think what the connections did is that they know this breeding, they tend not to. They're very competitive, but if they're running by themselves, they work slow. Like he worked 19 flat in his prior work, so I think they wanted to give him like a race-like experience in the work. So that's why they had him work in between horses and get those competitive juices flowing. And they got what they wanted. They wanted to make sure he was fit for this race. They didn't want another 19 flat going into a race that when he's going out, stretching out for 400 yards. He's been off since June. So I just really like that they did that. They got a real work into him, tightened him up. And, he's the real deal. He might be better than his brother, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah, that's correct. The way that he's performing right now, that might be just right. And like you mentioned, favorite Just Hawk has been tremendous. He won the Golden State Derby not that long ago. Chris, let's look at race number 12 because you have a selection in this race, right, Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to give a look at I think it's a 5-horse. This horse shipped in off a trouble trip from going 440 at Albuquerque in All-American Trials and had a trouble trip from there. And he shipped in Los Alamitos. And watching that drone shot, the horse didn't get away all that well. Kind of slow in his stride, drifted in, but finished very strongly down the lane. He galloped out very, very strong. He always improves second time over the Los Alamitos oval. So if this horse gets away clean, has a big look going right down when he wants every inch of 400 yards and has a look at a price to steadily improve and be a factor in that 12th affair.
And he went from the rail in that race, Chris. I do have the replay here. Let's take a look at it so we can see exactly what you're talking about. This will be 7 summers ago here on September 13th. 7 summers ago. You can take it from here, Chris.
Yeah, he's standing pretty good and broke a little slow and brushed and skied out, then drifted in a little bit midway, but he's right there early. But it was starting out very well. It's a nice size individual, wants every inch of 400 yards. It was finishing well and was winning in hand, won by a neck and or so, and finished steadily and galloped out pretty well. So he always improves second time over the racing surface and gets his distance. And if he improves as they normally do second time over the racing surface, so let's have a look at the outcome here. Nice little price there. So I'm going to give him a look there in that 12th affair.
That will be race number 12, so part of the late pick 4 here at Los Alamitos. The late pick 4 always with a nice pool here, and on a night like Saturday, there'll definitely be some good pools all over the place. Let's go ahead and move on to race 13. And actually, before I do, just mentioning that in that race 12, French Valley, 2-1 on the morning line, drawing from the outside, second in the Ed Burke Million. And the morning line odds for your selection, Chris, 5-1. Let's go ahead and move to race 13. George, your pick.
I went with the price as well. I went with the 2 Apolitical Reason MV. I've always liked this horse. He beat one of the horses I was high on, Cowboy Country 1-2-3, in his second career start, going from 220 to 350, which is hard to do. So that made me very impressed by this filly. Last time she returned off the layoff. I even noted in the closer look that I thought they were using it as a prep for this race. So she got outfinished by a horse that they actually competed against 7 summers ago, Scary Flight. And that also had experience going 400 and 440. So much fitter horse. So I'm not dissuaded by the being outfinished by that runner. I expect her to be a lot tighter this time around. And she's facing a field that I think have a lot of question marks going this distance. I Never Lie is a smaller sized individual on the rail. She is quick, though. But I just don't think she wants the distance. Hell on Wheels V, the 3 ran, I think, okay. But, I mean, this one I'm not that scared of. Second Opinion is very quick, but just has no stamina whatsoever. The Lady is a Vamp. she is very quick, and I respect her. I think she's very similar to her siblings, where they look like they want that at a distance, but when they get it, they don't take that step forward you think they would. So that's one of the reasons I'm against her. Billionaire Behavior is another one of those pop and stoppers. Apollirevenge, I do respect, ran good, won the dead heated for the Heritage Place Futurity. But if you watch his workout here, he did work well. I'm not saying he didn't work well, but he's very low to the ground. He's not that tall. He's built well, but he's just not tall. So I'm not sure 400 yards is in his best distance, and he's coming off a layoff, so maybe he might be a little bit weak and a little late. And then High Octane is just High Octane from the outside post. Can't keep his path straight when he's out there. Swerved out to the outer rail last time in the final and still ran third. Has plenty of ability, wants the distance. I just hate the post for them. Typically, everybody wants the outside post, but I know Watanabe and Connections were like, please do not give us the outside post. And they gave him the outside post once again. Has yet to run 2 steps straight from the outside post in the 2 tries that he's been out there. And, I don't see anything else that would make it any different of him lugging out again. And I think the one that'll take advantage of all that is Apolitical Reason and B from the inside.
The one thing I'll say about Apollirevenge is he looked very comfortable, very professional standing there for that gate work, and pretty solid work from beginning to end. This horse had not raced since May 31st, and sometimes when they've been off that long, they get a little antsy in the gate. You didn't see that from Apollirevenge there. 825 on the morning line for this filly by a Revenant, Apolititaka. Taka, remember that name? Train B Taka. This is a sibling to Train B Taka, who has been outstanding here at Los Alamitos. So that's George Duarte's selection here for in this 13th race, and his pick to go with on a monster night here at Los Alamitos on Saturday, 14 trials to the Golden State Million Futurity. Well, you know what we always do on these big trial nights, we always like to enjoy a little competition. Okay, let me put the Golden State Million consensus in full screen. There's the 5 handicappers, El Principe, who's been red hot. I think he's won the last 2 consensus. Chris Wade, George Duarte, myself, and Joey Quarters. We're providing top 3 selections for each trial. And right away, in the first trial, AJ Remember Me gets the sweep. Everybody picks this runner on top. George, you did as well. Any thoughts on this runner, a newcomer here at Los Al?
I think it's the most likely winner on the card. I really like the efforts. Each race ran third to Political Twist and Russ Gus. Both came back to win. Political Twist ran second in the All-American as a favorite. I just think all systems go. Bred well and not taking on the toughest group. A lot of these haven't ran long, so he's not giving up that experience edge. I'm just really high on him. I think he's the most likely winner to start off the card.
Race number 2, another sweep at the top. Beautiful. Everybody selects Beautiful, including yourself, Chris Wade, of course. Your thoughts on this filly? Winner of the Kindergarten Futurity. She did post a workout back in early August. Wasn't that great of a drill, I gotta say. Did come back and have a turn and work, and that looked a little bit better for Beautiful. Again, she's been off for a while. Your thoughts on this horse?
Well, she's got so much talent. She's probably named because she's a very good-looking filly, but tons of talent. As noted, the workout was okay, not what you expect from her, but did come back with a turn of work here, so maybe that have woken her up. She definitely has a big look at the outcome, and she should be tough to beat if she runs her race. If she come back the way she left, she's got a big look at the outcome, and she'll be on the engine saying, "Catch me if y'all can," as a probable and deserving favorite.
Race number 3 is pretty wide open. Look at we're all over the place here. AJ Big Cash gets the most points. Corona Ty D right there behind for the Barno Chris Odell, exemplary. So this one looks like it's going to be really close. 4th race is a sweep for Accelerated. We are having the Los Alamitos Equine sale, and Accelerated was the big headliner last year, setting a record as a record purchase, $800 and I believe $50,000. I believe it was when he set the all-time Los Alamitos Equine sale record. Returns from racing at the Downs at Albuquerque in the trials for the All-American Futurity, ran third there. Not the best of efforts. I was expecting more, but it's always tough to go out there. New surroundings. Now he comes back here on Los Al, qualified to the Ed Burke Million. Expecting a nice race from him. We talked about Just I'm Worth It. Joey Quarters does pick SJ Jacob J on top. He has Joey Quarters does have some close ties with the Barno trainer Dan Farias, his own horses that has been trained by Dan Farias. So he gets to take a look at those runners a little closer. So he's going with the home barn for him with SG Jacob J. Surprise Temptation gets most of the votes in race 6, 21 points. Bandita, who looked good here at Los Al, winning on her debut. Thoughts on Surprise Temptation, George? One big at Ruidoso Downs.
Yeah, the comment on the thing is drifted much the best, but it was swerved in, hugged the rail and much the best. She was on the 10 post, went to the rail. I mean, and within 150 yards was at the rail and hard to handle. And that's the reason she didn't qualify for the final. I mean, he didn't qualify for the final because he won by 4 1/4. Usually that's like a guaranteed spot in the final, but plenty of ability. I mean, I worked well in that local work on September 13th. Draws well. Is taking on a solid field. I like Cowboy Country 1, 2, 3, Bandita, even Mastros as a price. I like El Gambler J, who Jaime Gomez trained the mare, so he's very familiar with the inner workings of that breeding. And it's a good race, but you have to go with that horse because he's been so impressive in 2 starts and draws well.
Yeah, probably one of the deepest trials that we have here. When you're talking about heavily favored, barely getting a few points here, and that horse running the Ed Burke Million. Jarvis B gets all the votes in race number 7 with 25 points. He looks really solid. DR America's Dynasty ran in the Heritage Place Futurity as well. One of the top finishers in that race. Gets the top points in the 8th race. Race number 9, a little bit more wide open with Walk When I Walk, Sunday Rain, Warm Springs. Chris, you picked Warm Springs as a winner not that long ago, and the horse performed well. You come right back and select them third. Tell me about Warm Springs, Chris.
Well, horse was won so rather well last time, and horse did earned a very good figure on my charts, and was starting out well, and looks like he'll like the added yardage here. So I'm going to give the horse a look here as my 3rd number in that particular affair. So that's a good group of horses going in that event, but I'm going to give him a look at the horse Warm Springs lay outside as my 3rd number.
Race number 10, Viper, gets the top points. Ran in the Ed Burke Million, went to New Mexico, came back, didn't win his return race here, but maybe that kind of like just another outing to get reacquainted with Los Al might do him well. Next, Norco from an outstanding breeding is your top selection, Chris, here, but Viper gets most of the votes. In the 11th race, Scary Flight ran big first time out here at Los Al. He is the dominant selection with 21 points. Cattail Coast, George, you picked Cattail Coast to bounce back with a big effort.
Yeah, I mean, I liked him here. He was in that part of that real productive race and on debut against Muscle Max and Just Keep It Going. And I like the effort. It was a hard ass to go to Ruidoso, going from 350 to 440. Same thing Accelerated had to do. And I thought he ran just as good as Accelerated did in his effort. And then comes back, has a turn and work locally. I think he'll be extra fit and has, experience over some of these like Make It Sweet and Corona Speed, who's lightly raced. And I mean, the one to beat is Scary Flight. I respect him, gets off the rails well. But I just think the higher upside for me is Cattail Coast. I've always liked this runner, and I knew he was not going to be the favorite, and I just thought he was a good price play.
All right, Chris, I'm going to go to you for the next 2 races here. 7 summers ago is your selection for the show. So are you playing an exacta in the 12th race here? You got French Valley at the top?
Yeah, I'm going to play exactly with that French Valley, and then, of course, Notorious there as well. But I'm going to keep that 5 horse. I just think this horse, they always approved second time over the racing surface, wants every inch of the yardage, and was starting out well from that inside post last time. And I like the way it finished, so let me give the horse a look there. A nice little price there. I think it's 5-1, but for French Valley and Notorious.
In race 13, you're either all in on the Lady is a Vamp or you're all out on the Lady is a Vamp. Three of the handicappers did not pick her on top. The other two, did not pick her among their top 3 selections. The other 2 picked her on top, including you, Chris. Just throw out that race, the PCQHRA Breeders' Futurity. Finally, just throw it out.
I'm just going to throw it out and go back to a previous race, which is so very, very talented. And ramp against Toby Sis, who's a very, very talented individual, well-connected. But let me give the horse a little bit of a look at it, grab us another slice of the pie there, Ladies of Vamp, and turn that around and give the 7 horse a look. And, of course, a high-octane lay outside, not the best place for this horse to be because the horse likes to drift. But the ability is there. This horse can just finally get it together on that outside post and run straight. He's got to look to grab a slice of the pie.
And in the 14th and final trial, all votes at the top go to El Dictator, who had the fastest qualifying time to the Governor's Cup Futurity and then ran second in that final. El Dictator, your top selection, George.
Yeah, I mean, he's the obvious play. He probably caught one of the weaker trials, I would say, in the card, even though it's a 9-horse field. But to inject some value, I really like Just Right. He's a good-sized runner, and he shows some ability at times. He just hasn't really put it all together. Last time in his local debut, he broke through the gate, bumped at the start, and then just ran evenly. I thought he galloped out fine. Switch back to the Flores, switch to the Flores barn, and Flores does really, really well with shippers, really well with horses from different barns. I would say he's one of the top trainers I like to see here when they get a new acquisition. And he looked like a different horse on that September 17th work. Broke well compared to his other starts, and he was full of run. And I just expect him to finally develop into what they thought when they got him. And I just at 15-1 draws outside Bear Down, who typically is a little squirrely at the start. I think he can take advantage of a good start and run behind El Dictator. I don't think he can beat El Dictator because he just has much more experience in terms of running a full race compared to Just Right. But I think he can round out the exacta and inject some value because he's going to be all of that 15-1 morning line.
And again, you can check out that work at losalamitos.com. There was, I want to say, around 22 runners in the Saturday program, these trials that posted a gate work coming into their trials. So spend a little bit of time on losalamitos.com checking out those works. I am sure it will pay off handsomely if you do. So that's a look at the consensus. That's a look at the Saturday card. 14 races on tap, a mega card, a monster card here at Los Alamitos. And of course, it all kicks off on this weekend with the Los Alamitos Equine Sale. That's on Saturday and Sunday, October 4th and 5th. Both days start at 12 noon. A lot of tremendous yearlings will be going into that sale ring on Saturday and Sunday. Well, that wraps up the preview show. On behalf of Chris Wade, George Duarte, thank you so much. Enjoy the big races here this weekend at Los Alamitos. George, enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, and make sure to play the supers. It's the best play on these type of cards.
Perfect. And of course, to all our viewers, thank you so much for spending some time with us, and enjoy the rest of your day as well. Bye-bye, everyone.
The Los Alamitos Racecourse Halloween Carnival returns with more fun than ever before. It's a fun night for the entire family. On Saturday, October 18th, we'll have games for kids of all ages, pony rides, and of course the main event of the night, the popular costume contest for cash prizes. What a fun night it will be, plus live horse racing. Admission is only $3 for adults and free for children 17 and under. It'll be a howling good time. For more information, call 714-820-2800 or visit losalamitos.com.